It's Kringle Time. Sit back and relax as we dive into a world of laughter and learning with the Kringle Brothers, reminding us that we are better together.
Hey! I wasn't expecting you to do that. Welcome to Kringle Time, everyone. I'm one of your hosts, Michael,
And I'm
and
the other host, Michael.
I'm getting better at pointing to you.
I know, isn't it great?
I'm learning what to do
over here.
Well,
Except my thumb doesn't want to work.
And welcome to
Our
our
special guest.
Mother's Day special.
Yay!
Yay, moms, we love you. We thought we'd have it pre-Mother's Day this Sunday. Michael,
Well-
so just a reminder, it's this Sunday.
Thank you for reminding.
And
Now,
we've got wonderful Mrs. Clauses tonight.
We have so much fun. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to actually get to meet them. Shall we bring them on now?
I think we should do it right now. So if you would, we've got Miss Kelly and we've got Pam and we've got Kimmy. Look at that. All three of them are Mrs. Clauses. Welcome, ladies. We're glad you're here.
We're glad.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good to be here.
This is awesome. Well, I tell you what, I'm not sure if on your screen I've got Kelly and then Pam's in the middle and the bottom and then Kimmy, right? So I'm not sure if it's that way. Maybe it's that way, but
I think you're drinking something too much, man.
The Kool-Aid. So, Harvey, why don't we jump right into this? We've got a new segment that I'm really excited about doing with our.
Don't spoil the surprise yet.
Tonight. But you know what? Before we do that, I do want to know some wonderful questions. So, and I'd like all three of you to answer this first one. So, what drew you into portraying Mrs. Claus? Kelly, you want to go first?
Absolutely. My husband, Detroit Santa Snow, he attended C.W. Howard in 2020, so the year of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I did not attend the school, but I did go with him. I stayed in the hotel and then I shopped. You know what us women usually do. But he went to the classes, and on our way home, it's about a 3-hour drive. And he talked about the school and everything, and he said that I needed to do that with him, and without hesitation I said absolutely. And I have had absolutely no regrets, and I'm glad that I'm a Mrs. Claus. My best job ever.
I'm glad you are too. Pam.
Well, I was drafted. Honestly, for years I said.
Pam, I got a question. You said you were drafted.
Yes.
Was that court ordered, or were you going to jail?
It was pretty much court ordered.
Okay.
I had kept saying, no, it's your thing, dear. I will support you and I will help you. But no. And the breakfast with Santa at the church was coming up, and it was probably October or so. I walked into the bank, and a gentleman sidled up next to me and said, so I hear Mrs. Claus is going to be with us this year. And I went, really? I don't think so. I go to the deli. Same thing happens. The drugstore. Everywhere I went, somebody said, oh, you're going to be Mrs. Claus this year. We're so excited. Finally, I said, oh, all right. So I did it. And the first child that stepped up and went, oh, Mrs. Claus is here too.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
That
this will be my 11th season this year.
Wow, 11 years. That's 11 awesome. Years. That's
congratulations.
Cool. It's great. It's just been a hoot.
Great.
I love it.
And Miss Kimmy, how about you?
I was kind of drafted also, but it was a promise. Yeah, I promised Chris that if he took being Santa, his first season, seriously, that I would do it with him. Well, he took it very seriously, and so I kept my promise.
Well, I have a little follow-up question. Can you define for me what you considered seriously?
that he was going to do it continue. I don't know what I meant. Um,
I think it means that Chris wasn't just going to go buy a suit off of eBay or Amazon
yes,
and
yes,
really put the
and
time and effort into it.
Yeah.
he also went to Charles W. Howard. I don't even remember what it was, 2020 or 21, and that's where he met Sam, and that's where he bought a suit. And when he put the jacket on, I knew he was hooked. I
Oh.
knew he was hooked when he put the jacket on.
He had candy canes dancing in his eyes.
He did. He did. And yeah, I kept my promise the following year.
That's
Oh, well, my question is, as most people know, my belief is that Mrs. Clauses are awesome, and the reason that they're so awesome is they don't have any stereotypical viewpoints or they don't have rules to follow. So my question is, how would you describe your version of Mrs. Claus? Pam, why don't you start for us?
Um, my version of Mrs. Claus is a partner with Santa. We do things together. He does do events on his own, and I have been known to do a story time or two on my own, but for the most part, we are partners. And we talk to the children together, we take the photos together, we help each other in making it as joyful and memorable an occasion as we possibly can.
Wow, that's amazing. How about you,
Goodness.
Kimmy?
I, Chris and I are partners. Well, Santa and I are partners. We do a lot together. I mean, I help him get ready to go and um, get things around and um, just and I ah goodness, I'm lost for words because I Pam, you took a lot of what I was thinking. No, you're good. You're good.
no. We'll give you the
Um,
we'll give you the component if you need to. You just say ditto.
Mrs. Claus is also a bridge to Santa. She helps the kids that are a little shy, standoffish, and maybe they would come to me or Mrs. Claus sooner than they do with Santa. So,
See, Kim, I also think too is because since your Santa's, his name is Chris, you got the
yeah,
easiest one to remember.
I do.
Now, Kelly, to you, how would you describe your version of Mrs. Claus?
With us, it's the same thing. You've got to be a partner with your Santa
Hmm.
to make things work. You really do. And with what Kimmy said, I'll just piggyback off of that is that when you have a child that may be, a little nervous or, just not quite sure about that, guy in that red suit with all that facial hair, um, you know, I will walk over to, the child and say, "Hey, do you want me to come over and sit with you by Santa?" Or, we can make Santa get out of his chair and we can sit there and then he can stand behind us. Just enough to give them so they're not, too scared, I guess.
Hmm.
And with us, because we are a biracial couple, a lot of times I will have folks that will say, could we just have Santa in the photo? And I'm very gracious with that because I understand there's not a lot of African American Santas out there, and I want those folks to get the pictures that they want for the holidays. So
Yeah.
I will step aside, and Santa's always the star of the show. We are there to make sure that he looks good
Yeah.
and that these folks are getting what they want.
Well, Snow's pretty lucky then because I know I've been kicked out of pictures with my Mrs. Claus.
Stacy's done that, eh?
Oh, no, it wasn't Stacy. My Mrs. Claus was being the perfect host. Say, go on up, get your picture with Santa. The little girl looked at her mom, and the mom looked at me and goes, Santa, we don't want you. We want only with Mrs. Claus.
Oh my.
Okay, give me the basket of candy canes. I'll sit in the corner and feel shame. But
Yeah.
Well, let me. All right. So here's what I think of my wife, Linda, and I think the two of us, we're so opposites. I mean, when they say opposites attract, kind of thing, right? And
Okay.
so, I mean, I'm external, she's internal. I mean, just that whole 9 yards. But together, I'm so blessed to have her. So what makes Mrs. Claus different from Santa in personality and the purpose? So in other words, in that character that you're portraying, and I think of different movies that I've seen. So what's different about Mrs. Claus compared to Santa's personality?
Oh, well, Michael, I'll start that if you want. Um, it just went right. Oh, you know what? The main thing, seeing your brain.
Yep.
Um, the main thing is nobody has told children all year long that if you don't behave, Mrs. Claus is going to take your toys away.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Claus is not, she's not a threat. She's sweet, she's kind, she's safe. Because creepy old men with hair on their face, they can feel
again,
Oh,
Did that come out?
but I want you to know something. All
Did you
three of
say
you
that?
ladies love a guy with facial hair.
Well, kind of.
Oh, you know.
But as a child, you don't usually. And we're a safe haven.
Hmm.
Ah,
We are non-judgmental. Even though we're the one, everybody knows well, we all know that Mrs.
yeah.
Claus keeps the book, but
Hmm.
children don't. They think
Right.
it's Santa.
Oh, yes.
And we're quite happy to throw him under that bus.
And run him over.
Well,
Twice.
Miss
I think
Kelly,
you picked some three best ones here, Michael.
Miss Kelly, do you
Feedback,
do you have something to add to that?
It's kind of the same thing. She's soft spoken. She's gentle. She's the go between Santa and that maybe standoffish or frightened child.
Hmm.
With me, I try to be grandmotherly. Um, Loving is another word. And maybe tell them a funny story. Bring them aside a little bit. Tell them a funny story about Santa, and then kind of walk closer to him as you're telling the story, so they might feel a little bit more comfortable. And you know,
Yeah, Miss
Yeah.
Kitty.
Yeah, I agree. I go with both of them. I agree with both of them. And, we go with our heart. We,
hmm
and everything, and we are kind and patient and all of that. And, sometimes we're a little mischievous. You never know what might happen.
And
So
that scares me the
I've I've
most.
I've kicked my Santa out of his chair once so a little boy would sit in it. And
hmm
then Chris knelt next to him, and he was fine with that.
hmm
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I said, Santa, get out of your chair, let him sit there. So,
So a quick follow up, Herbie, before you go your
No,
next
no, go
one, and
ahead.
I don't want to because I don't want to lose this. So with the three of you, have you ever played any tricks on your Santas why they're in character?
I haven't.
no, but
No,
it's not out of the
Well,
question.
it's not.
I um I try to make bargains with the children.
Oh,
And I ask them, I said, well, will you do one thing for me? Oh, yes, Mrs. Claus, yes, yes, yes. I said, please leave one cookie for Santa, please, just one.
oh,
Oh,
And he's like,
oh,
what, wait, what? I go, he's getting a little heavy and the reindeer are starting to complain. So just one cookie.
fun.
that's
Yeah,
that's
That
good.
is
The
so
kids
not
love it.
fair.
Or
that's
that I
kind
say
of
either
fun.
that or leave him a Brussels sprout.
There you
Oh
go.
no,
Oh,
no, one cookie's good. Leave the baby death balls
Yeah,
alone.
we'll take the cookie over the Brussels sprout. I do like Brussels sprouts though. All right, so maybe I'm planting a seed for this next season coming up. So if you ladies decide to play a little trick on your Santa during a performance, which I think would be kind of fun, you got to let me know how it goes.
Okay.
Well, just between us and our little squirrel friends out here, is the best thing is to remove props from the prop bag right before they're going to tell a story.
Oh, that's
Oh.
And
oh.
then when they look up at you going, ah, there you go. Well, I knew you were going to forget this after I reminded you multiple times. Here you go.
All right.
That
Kirby, any
Like it.
questions from the comments section?
Oh, we have so many fun comments here. One of the comments is, well, we also have this one here is, Santa Chris, and Kimmy, you may know this Santa, can be really scary with a bubble gun.
oh,
So I think what that means is Miss Kimmy Claus, you're lethal with the bubble gun.
yes, I am.
Is that
Uh,
true?
Yes.
and then Zinga Claus has asked, has any of our Mrs. Clauses had a child be scared of them and not Santa?
Yes.
Oh, oh,
I
No.
really?
well, they've been afraid of Santa, and I've gone up to them and said, "Do you want to come with me?" No.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
"Oh,
true.
okay." Then I'll back off
Yeah,
and just they
That's
have to
interesting
do.
because
yeah.
I mean that's interesting because I think most children relate to the female aspect as being more of a nurturer and a protector, of you all
Mhm.
described, and
Yes.
that
Mhm.
surprises me a little bit. The other
Yeah, me
question that
too.
the other
There are just,
question that
oh,
I'm sorry, go
sorry.
ahead, Pam. No, no, go ahead.
There are just some children who are, that particular moment, are just not having any of it.
Anybody,
And
Well,
Right.
that's
except for
when
mom and dad.
most of us, either us or Santa, will hop up out of the chair. We'll let mom and dad sit
Yeah.
in the chair and
Yeah.
hold the child.
now my next
Same.
to piggyback off of that comment though is how long ago did this happen? Just roughly.
Was this like
Oh,
last season,
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
seasons,
yeah,
3 seasons?
last season.
yeah.
Now,
Once every
the reason I bring that up is, do you think it has something to do with the COVID babies?
It could
Mm.
be.
Mm,
I think it
Because
could be.
many of the
maybe.
children may have only been used to like direct family members and
Mhm.
not really
Maybe.
getting outside. So when they come into that situation, they don't know, they're not socially acclimated, I guess you could say,
Mhm.
and
Hmm.
so they get very skittish with that. So just
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
with the next question we have from our wonderful audience, it comes from Don Wienerus. Don, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name. This is going to basically your look, ladies. Why do
Mhm.
so many Mrs. Clauses lean toward the 19th century look?
Now, is
Is
that
it
question as
fun?
far as like the long red dress with the?
With the mop cap and wearing the
Ah, okay.
apron, stuff
No.
like that. So
Okay.
why do you think so many lean towards that look?
I
Tradition, maybe that's all they've seen, that's what they know. I personally do not wear a mop hat,
Nope.
and I am all about leaving the apron in the kitchen
Yep.
unless you're doing an event. I have a baker's outfit that
Yes.
I wear, and if I'm doing my baker's thing with the kids where I'm actually doing a baking craft or what have you, I do have an apron on. But it's not the little white one either. I have just a black apron, and it says Mrs. Claus on it, just like a regular chef's apron would look like.
Mm,
That's neat.
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
Kim
No,
and Pam, what do you think?
Well, the thing
I
is, with Mrs. Claus, there are no rules.
mm-mm.
She
Hmm.
can be whatever you want to be. She can
Yes.
have whatever color hair she wants to be. Mine just happens to be silver, naturally. So that works for me. And it's what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel like Mrs. Claus. Hi,
Yeah.
cutie.
Oh,
Um, it's entirely up to you. And
mhm.
the apron and the mop cap, I have to tell you, I am not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not either.
And I did wear it for a couple of years, but not anymore.
Mm.
It's not.
I haven't even started with that. I wear a red hat and I have different outfits.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought a riding skirt, and what it buttons down both sides of my the legs in the front, and one side you can flip it open and it's a skirt. You can flip it the other way and it's a pair of pants.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
And
almost like a culotte.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they are. And you just I have different things for different events. And I
Well,
do have my traditional red long dress and
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so
I think that's why the Wondrous Women of Christmas group, Liz and Rachel, they're doing is so important for the Christmas performer community as a whole, because I really do believe that some people, some ladies, do not want to become Mrs. Claus because they feel that it's that 19th century look. And I think
Yeah.
if there's more participation that can say, you know what, women now can be CEOs, CFOs,
yeah.
run for different, I mean, presidents of different countries. If they want to wear a pair of jeans and come in with a rhinestone denim top, then rock it, girls. Come on now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do not wear a white wig.
Good
Chris
for
has
you.
sat and I've put one on and he sits and laughs at me. So
oh,
it's like, okay, I won't put
Yeah.
I got to talk to
My
that
mine
puppy.
is a gray curly one, and I match my husband's gray
mm,
wig as well, or his
Nice.
hair as well.
Yeah.
So.
So when it comes to portraying Mrs. Claus with your Santa,
mhm.
how do you think the purpose, or your goal of that you're together? So in other words, when I look at Santa's, Santa's listening to the dreams and the wishes of children. How does Mrs. Claus's purpose fit in with that, and what do you try to do with it? Am I making sense with that question? It's a little bit different on it.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so you're not necessarily, and let me backtrack just a little bit. I
Okay.
know when Sandy Garland sits with me, we listen together. So we're sitting
Yes.
side by side and we're
Hmm.
listening together. But Sandy seems to have a little bit different in her purpose and that
Oh,
connection that she makes with the children, and that gift giving is, she's a part of it, but it seems more responsibility on Santa than Mrs. Claus. Am I making sense with that?
Hmm.
mhm,
Hmm.
mhm.
Yes.
I will listen just as Santa does, and we get the I don't know thing, and I'll come in with, well, you know what Santa brings best of all are surprises. How about a
Hmm.
surprise? And help out, mostly to help the child kind of get over that deer in the headlights thing.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And Santa every now and then will get funny, and he goes, "You want a cheeseburger?" No, Santa, he does
Your mom
not want
doing
a
that.
cheeseburger. You can tell this is not a cheeseburger, child. He wants a hot dog.
Yeah.
And we carry on together.
That's
Yeah.
And
fun.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
um,
that
we
bantering is really cool. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the constant banter. And a lot of times we will kind of try to turn it from what the child wants. Now, you brought us your letter, so it's going right to the elves. We know exactly what you'd like. What do you think mommy would like?
Hmm.
Ah,
And we
Oh.
turn to giving. Or what do you think dad would like?
Hmm.
And they talk about, especially for mom, they talk about some things, and then I go, I know, because the kid usually goes, duh, I don't know. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I know. And finally Santa will go, well, Mrs. Claus, what do you think?
yeah, yeah.
She wants a nap, a nice,
Nah,
long.
Aw.
nice,
And the
nice,
mother every time goes, oh, yes, please.
Be nice.
fun. Kimmy or Kelly, do you have anything you'd like to add to that?
We
Mhm.
just, if they're unsure or whatnot,
Yeah.
Santa will usually say, you've still got some time, and maybe,
Mhm.
Santa will go to the back of the workshop and get you something very special that he thinks that you might like, and maybe we could try that, if they're
Yeah.
unsure, or
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And I'll listen and if Chris doesn't quite hear what they're saying, I'll lean over and I'll repeat it.
Hmm.
And and Chris will say, "How about if I give you a surprise?" And I'll say, "Oh, he gives the best surprises." So yeah, it's
Well, one of our um, viewers came up with a question that I was just about to ask, and no, it's not on any lists. So,
oh
have you
dear.
Great.
have any of you worked with a different Santa, or is it always with Santa Snow or Santa
Chris or Bob.
Chris or Bob or any? You guys just work with the one Santa?
Nope,
No.
nope.
Yes.
Now,
I've
now
worked
this.
with Sam.
Oh, you worked with Sam as well.
No.
Yes, I've
Now,
worked with
okay.
Sam a couple of times.
So, working with Sam, what processes do you go through to ensure you still have that same idea of that you two are a partner, are together?
Oh, I'll put my hand on his shoulder if I'm standing next to him, or I'll lean over and we'll talk a little bit and just things like that. He's helped me. I mean, we've kind of uh, hand on top of hand walk into a room, and so yeah.
Okay, and another person going back to Don, and this goes out just to the general audience and people who be watching this video later. He recommends that before anybody would consider becoming a Mrs. Claus, that they may want to think about reading the book about Mrs. Claus, written by Pam McCall. Have any of you read that book yet, or picked that book up?
No,
I have not. What
Okay.
no.
is it called?
Yeah, well, I'd have to find it for you, but the author,
Oh,
I have it somewhere. I just got to remember what I. Oh, here it is. One moment, I get that really quick.
There you go. So, look at this Herbie's backside.
There was. See, I told you we're doing this live, people. All right, it's
right.
right here. It's The Wondrous Mrs. Claus by Pam McCall,
Okay.
and it's a wonderful book. Again, it's the literary and pictorial review of the classic Christmas character, Mrs. Claus.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you for that.
Oh,
Thank
no
you.
problem at all. All
Awesome.
right, Michael, it's time to run our
Oh,
commercial break and bring in our wonderful dad joke. So let's give the ladies a little reprieve and run those videos.
All right.
Since 1948, one suit defined Santa. Designed by Charles W. Howard and worn by the world famous Santa Claus School. Worn for presidents, movies, parades, and the most magical moments in families' lives. This is not a costume, but finely tailored, hand-sewn clothing made in the USA. With expert cleaning, restoration, and storage services available, Santa and Company LLC makes Santa magical.
Are you going crazy managing clients, contracts, and invoices? Kringle Tracker is here to help you. Stay organized with ease. Keep your sanity in check with Kringle Tracker's intuitive tools to effectively manage your schedule and clients. Our seamless, customizable contract system allows you to tailor your contracts to you and your clients' needs. Prepare for tax time like a pro by tracking your income and expenses and generate reports to make it a breeze. Transform your Claus business by signing up for a free 20-day trial. Kringle Tracker was created by a Claus for the Claus community so you can focus on making magical memories for your clients. Head over to kringletracker.com and sign up for your free trial today.
Why did Rudolph have to go to summer school? Because he went down in history.
That was funny.
That was good.
I liked it. Thank you,
Oh.
Liz, for the dad joke.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Well, just to let everybody know, I did post the name of the book and the author inside the chat. So if you are looking for the
Thank
book
you.
itself, again, it's The Wondrous Mrs. Claus, written by Pam McCall. And I think you could pick it up on Amazon, or you may be able to even contact Stuff for Santa. I believe Spangle has some copies as well.
yeah, awesome. Ladies, do you feel like there's something that people really misunderstand about Mrs. Claus?
Yes. I think that most folks just think that we are cookie makers and we're so much more. Because I know that like when we use gig salad a lot, and when they, we say that our Santa comes with a Mrs. Claus. I'm coming whether they want me or not. They don't have to use me while I'm there, but and that gives folks a chance to see what we really do. We had a gig this year. It was a home visit, and they did not want me there, or they didn't want the Mrs. Claus. They just wanted to hire Santa. Well, when we got there, my job is to make sure that Santa doesn't miss a beat and that he looks good and he's right on cue for everything. And, I was just, now we're going to do photos. Now we're going to do this. Now we're going to do that. And a lady came up to me after the gig and said, "Wow, you have really got this down." And I said, "Well, this is my job." And I explained it to her because a lot of folks do not know what we do, you
Mm-mm.
know, and we're always out trying to sell our services for what we can bring to the table. And there's just so much. We are more than cookie makers like they would see us
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah.
We portray a lot more than that. And so we just, we need so many more Mrs. Clauses out there.
Yes.
And for Santas that don't have a Mrs. Claus, I feel bad for them. you
Oh,
know I mean, I'm a take charge kind of gal, but and
yeah,
I get it done. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Pam or Kimmy, is something you'd like to add to that?
Even behind the scenes, even before the events come, Chris will
Mhm.
say, "Oh, where's my calendar?" He's got it on his phone, but I write it down in a
Mhm.
calendar, in a planner. And I'll say, "Oh, you're already booked for that day." "Okay, what time?" "From this time to this time." "Oh, I can do another event on that day." "Okay, it's up to you." But yeah, even behind, and
yes.
we make sure that they are ready to go out the door and have, I mean, I even make snacks for him to
Mhm.
take and everything. And I'll even say, I'll do mixed nuts. I'll say, "Don't eat these until after you're completely done with your
Yes.
events
Allergies.
because of children's allergies
Well,
with
Oh,
the
yeah.
nuts."
see, that's things I would never think about.
See, now for me, it's my wife is always picking something out of my beard.
It's not just
Like,
your wife.
I'm sorry.
It's not just your wife.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I got other people too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Goodness.
thinking, oh, too much fun. Too much fun.
All
Well,
right.
you know what? Talking about fun, Herbie,
We're gonna do that
this
now.
is, I think we should do this now. In other words, this
Okay.
is an idea that I had. In fact, Herbie doesn't know completely about this, but let me run the ad to it and then we'll come in. Hang on.
All right.
It's Herbie's Frosty Facts Face Off. Brain freezing trivia, giggles guaranteed, and a flurry of fun coming your way.
Hey, welcome to Herbie's Frosty Facts Face Off. So,
Oh dear.
ladies, so what did
I
I
am
do?
so
I've got
waiting for you
questions
to say
here.
that 7 times fast.
Oh,
No, I keep thinking of Tony Tiger kind of thing, Frosty Flakes,
Well,
but
that's
Frosty Facts.
okay. Frosty fact thing here is Tony the Tiger does have a tie into Christmas now.
Oh, he does?
He
it does.
does. The voice of Tony the Tiger, they're great, was a gentleman by the name of Thurl Ravenscroft, and he
Oh,
was actually one of the voices in Dun dun dun. How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
So they're great. Is
see,
applicable.
Herbie, ladies, Herbie's really good with facts, right? I always get wonderful facts, and I think that's kind of it. So the three of you have to take on Herbie tonight.
dear.
Now, I showed you how to vote for your questions.
Yes.
Now, everyone else, if you want to play, you can play along, and do your answers, and we'll try to keep it close on it. But it's a multiple choice question, and I think we'll just run it, Herbie, and see how it goes.
Well,
And,
wait, before we do that,
all
this
right.
is not the trivia that we award something from Santa's closet. This
No.
is just a little segment that we're doing to see if Herbie is actually smarter than a fourth grader.
Well, I was thinking, I already feel like the ladies are going to get you tonight. So here we go. Are you ready, ladies?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
All right,
I'm
here
going to try
question
to do
number
this.
one. Mrs. Claus made her cinematic debut in which of these popular sounding movies? All right, Santa Claus versus the Devil. B, Santa Claus is an ice cream bunny. Santa Claus conquers the Martians. Or Four Christmases. You got your answers there, ladies? You
I don't know how to
locked in your
vote.
answers?
How do you do this?
Yeah, how do we get this in here?
Remember, you're going to go up to that little light bulb and you click on A, B, C, or D.
Mine
I
disappeared.
Mine doesn't have A, B, C, or D. It just says shows results, previous question, and next question.
Mine says live.
Mine says waiting for question.
Oh, well, it was crazy.
Well, I
All
will
right,
I
so
will say this
we can
then
go
is
this. Let me go ahead, and we'll just move
dear.
through it this way. All right. Like I told you, it's a brand new segment. I just thought it
None
was
of the
gonna work.
above.
All right. The
Oh,
answer
no.
is C. Santa
C.
Clauses, Martians.
I
All
got
right.
that one.
You got that? So, Kimmy, did you get that one right, Kimmy?
No, I didn't.
All right.
I
That
got
was
it
a little
right.
harder. So that was the debut of Mrs. Claus into TV. So all right,
Okay.
here's the next question for Mrs. Claus. Considering the first written work that reversed that references Mrs. Claus, right, is in the Christmas Legend. It was penned by James Reese. What year was that published? What? Wait, not yet.
What?
Wait.
There we go. So, what year was that? The first time any written material mentioned Mrs. Claus? What year was that published?
I have my answer, but I can't lock it in. So,
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
let mine
I
either.
can't lock it in either.
Me either.
so what
All
is
right.
it,
No.
Michael?
All right, you guys got ready? We'll just do the honor system. Here we go.
Yep.
It was 1849 that was
Yes,
published.
2 for 2.
I got it.
Hey!
Good
Mine
job,
too.
Kimmy.
All right, looks like Herbie's ahead, and each of you ladies have got one. Herbie's got two. All right, come on back, ladies. You got to do it again.
Okay.
All right. All right, Herbie, you're going down.
Here we
All
go.
Going
right.
down. All right, 2 for
A
2.
little
Come
bit
on
more
now, ladies.
modern question when we talk about Mrs. Claus. Here we go. Which peanut character takes a moment to acknowledge Mrs. Claus in the classic TV special A Charlie Brown's Christmas? Lucy, Peppermint Patty, Sally Brown, or Marcy? You got your answers, ladies?
I do.
Yep.
I got mine.
Yes.
And the answer is
Oh.
Sally, Charlie
I
Brown's
got it.
sister.
All right.
got it.
I didn't.
I'm 2 for 3.
All right, so Kimmy got it. Did you get
Yes.
it, Kelly?
I did not. I said
did not.
Lucy.
All right, so we got a 2, and 1. All right, here we go. Our next question. Here we go. Which other Rankin Bass TV movie gives Mrs. Claus the immortal line, "Who ever heard of a skinty Santa?" Jack Frost, The Year Without Christmas, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, or Frosty the Snowman? Everyone's got their answers?
Yeah,
Yes.
I got mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the answer is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Who have ever heard of a
Hey, look at you.
Oh my goodness! Here I'm 2 for 4 now.
Oh, and Kimmy's got 3, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kimmy's
she's
winning. Here
jamming.
we go. And our last one, but not least. True or false, in Nat King Cole's 1953 single, Mrs. Santa Claus credits St. Nicholas's wife with loading his sleigh, wrapping the gifts, and feeding the reindeer. Definitely all management material. All right. True or false? The answer is true.
I got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Oh, it looks like
3 out of
Kenny,
5.
you are our winner.
Yay!
It looks like you got 4 out of the 5. Wow, I'm impressed.
Phew.
Now, I'm not sure why the voting didn't go well.
Well, we'll just have to figure that out. But a lot of John is betting on the ladies.
John won.
John is smart.
The ladies, Mrs. Claus is smarter than Frosty Facts Herbie.
Look, I had a good run there. 3 out of 5. I got a 60.
That was fun.
That was fun. All right, one more question, and this is for Santa's Closet giveaway. So let me run this first.
Since its founding in 2004, Santa's Closet has been committed to providing unique, high-quality accessories for Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the entire Claus community. Our mission is to deliver exceptional customer service and outstanding value, offering competitive pricing and a wide selection of products designed to enrich the Claus experience.
All right, Herbie, you
Wasn't
want to
that
go
fun?
over the rules?
The rules are simple. We encourage you not to use your phones or computers, but hey, like I can stop you anyway. Number 2, we can only ship to the United States. So unfortunately, if you live in Canada or Mexico or over in Europe or in Australia or New Zealand, unless you have an address here in the United States, unfortunately, we cannot ship it to you. That doesn't mean you can't participate. It just means you wouldn't be able to be eligible for the prize. And if you have won within the last 8 weeks, you are not eligible. So have fun. Remember, this isn't hard. All we want to do is have fun.
All right, Herbie, you got a good eye on the comment section?
Yes, I got comments again. I was actually reading comments. But okay, go ahead. I'm ready.
No, now you got to watch and see what comes in first. Here we go. All right, here's the question for tonight. What was Mrs. Claus's job before moving to the North Pole, according to the 1970 TV special, Santa Claus is Coming to Town? What was her job? This is where we go dum 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 dum. Anyone?
Well,
Yes,
it's not that hard. Oh, yes, we have our winner.
And who's our winner, Herbie?
Our winner is Santa Max 70.
Oh, awesome. So, yes, so it is. She was a school teacher, and her name's Miss Jessica. Miss Jessica. Now, I find that interesting because a lot of times people go, well, what's Mrs. Claus's name? You know, so there's at least one reference right there. But, but it doesn't mean it's the right one. You can, you have that freedom. But all that, back to, what was it, John, one you said?
Hey, it's Santa Max 70. Now, Santa Max, go ahead and please email us at kringlebrothers2@gmail.com. Again, that's kringlebrothers2@gmail.com. Please provide your name, your address, and your shirt size so we can forward them to our wonderful, wonderful people at Santa's Closet, Wade and Scarlett.
Yes. And you do us a favor too, if you have any questions. In fact, next week we want to do a Q&A. So if you have a question that you'd like to ask us, please email that to kringlebrothers2@gmail.com, and we will hopefully be able to get that into the our show notes for next week. We'd appreciate it. And also too, if you would, please follow us and like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It means a lot to us. And it's just that affirmation of saying, hey, you're doing a good job. We support you, and that would be great. I like the idea.
All right, ladies. My next question to you is this. as we know, I mean, because we even had someone actually say that Sue Radloff said the first Mrs. Claus, her name was Gertrude, and as we know, Jessica, and there's been Hollies and Marys and a whole bunch of different names. But who would you consider to be one of your
Role
what's the word?
models, maybe.
Role models that you try to attribute your Mrs. Claus persona to?
Ready?
Are you
Angela
sorry?
Lansbury.
Yes, okay, that's
Yes.
a good
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
too, Kim?
Yeah.
How about
I
you,
like
Kelly?
I liked her. Yeah.
Same.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. She
She
did a
was
really. I like Angela.
she did a wonderful job in that movie.
In Murder She Wrote, I loved it too.
Mhm.
I was thinking bedknobs and broomsticks, but that's just
Oh
me.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
But
She,
I have a question now: is do you think because of the popularity of the Christmas Chronicles with Goldie Hawn portraying Mrs. Claus, did that help with a new resurgence of Mrs. Claus?
I think so.
I think so too. Yes.
I
Yeah.
think
I didn't
and
really notice any difference.
she also portrayed a a partner, a helper to
Hmm.
Hmm.
Santa. Because you see her carrying wood in, she helps with the reindeer
Yeah.
and everything in the second one.
Yes.
So, I mean, it makes her look like Santa's partner.
Yeah.
A real
Good
person.
relationship between the
Yeah.
two of them. I look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We both have the same common goal.
Well, but the
Yes.
thing though too is, I mean, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. I mean, they're together. They're partners in real life, so you can
Yes.
actually
Yes.
See that chemistry on the screen. And with each one of you ladies, you've pretty much said the same thing as you have that chemistry with your Santas that
Hmm.
really helps carry forth that persona, that image. Because as we've been taught, many times when children, especially in some of the areas I know I go into, Pontiac, Michigan, I know Kelly, you said like downtown Detroit, and I'm sure Pam, you actually have some areas in New Jersey and New York that you go to, as
Hmm.
well as Kim, that you're not seeing affluent people all the time. And for some of the
Mhm.
children who may come from broken homes or from situations that are not ideal, Mr. and Mrs. Claus represent the ideal perfect couple.
They do.
Yes. They
And
do.
one of the first things that one of the first classes um, that I was in, the woman presenting the class, and I'm not really I was 10 years ago, so I kind of remember, but I'm not 100% sure.
Don't worry, I
Anyway,
can remember 10 minutes ago, so you're good.
okay, thank you. Um, but she said you need to remember that you may very well be the only loving couple that
Yes.
these children see.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you know what? The thing of it is, it's not just those um, areas with less.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's also some of your very affluent areas because you've got mom and dad going different ways, and if they
Yeah.
speak, it's to who's got the car keys, that
Mhm.
Hmm.
sort of thing. But to see that loving connection, you
Mhm.
may be the only one they see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know that one of my first events with Santa, it was down at Ford Field, and it was for a middle school, I believe it was. And I wasn't scheduled to be there, but I went to help Chris and everything else, and they introduced both of us. Funny thing is, I had all these middle school boys all the way around me, and Chris is nowhere to be found. I'm looking around and he's not even around. And this is one of my first, I hadn't done very many events, and I'm going, and some of these boys are taller than I am, and it's like, where'd Chris go? Help me. I didn't know what to expect. And they were very kind. The boys were just talking to me, asking a bunch of questions, and they were just in. enthused with Mrs. Claus being there.
Fun, fun, excellent. Kelly, anything you want to add?
We had the opportunity, kind of piggybacking off of Mike. We do some things in Detroit, and we had a lady hire us to take gifts and food to a single mom of three, and it was overwhelming to me to see um, just the thankfulness, from these children and the mom,
Yeah,
and you'd have thought that you were Santa bringing them everything you wanted that they've ever asked for. And it was just a car full of stuff. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but just to see that and like Pam was saying, you might be the person, the couple that, they've needed to see and showing love and, that type of thing.
well, it's hard to believe that our time is almost nigh, and
Oh
it's so
my.
quick. But so, is there any last word that you'd like to encourage? Maybe someone thinking about being a Mrs. Claus, or even some words of wisdom you'd like to give Santas.
I would like to say something to folks or anybody that wants to become a Mrs. Claus. Um, back when we all started, that you always think back and it's like, wow, I wish I would have known this, or how to get this, or what is my dress
Mhm.
supposed to look like. Um, I have started on Facebook a page. Let me let this cat down. Sorry. He's
No, I like it.
so cute. But it is Mrs. Claus from scratch, and I am on a Zoom call every Friday night at 7:30, from 7:30 to 8:30. And our very first meeting was, what is going to be your look? And we talked about that a little bit on here tonight. But
Mhm.
I want to encourage, please, Mrs. Claus, if you're thinking about it, find a group. These
Oh,
Santas on, with maps, they are wonderful. They
yeah.
have lunches and they have get-togethers. Find you a group, whether it's the Wondrous
Mhm.
Women or, I would love you to come over to my group. But find somebody that you can click with
Yeah.
and that you're comfortable with, and learn what you can. So when you get out there on that very first job, you don't have the jitters and you just, because you don't know what you don't know, right? You
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I would love it if we could encourage more ladies to get out there, because Santas do need us.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's
And
my
Mhm.
2 cents.
I like it. Which I think is worth about a dime.
Okay,
I'll give it two
Oh.
bits.
Oh, two
thank
bits.
you.
All right. Miss Kimmy.
Um, you have to have the heart for it. I mean, there's going to be some days it's going to be heart-wrenching. You're
Yeah.
going to have little ones that are going to, well, ask for gifts like a Chris had a little one ask, or a 12-year-old ask for a car for mom or a home for mom. And you have to have a heart to listen to these children.
Mhm.
And, it's not um, a gift that we can give to somebody, it's giving of ourselves
Mhm. Absolutely.
for being with the kids and even the adults,
Good word.
listening to the kids and listening even to the adults.
Good word. Good word. And
Yeah.
Miss Pam.
I would agree with Kelly and with Kimmy too. It is hard, but we need more Mrs. Clauses out there.
Mhm.
Yes, it's an uphill slog to get some of these events, some of these gigs to bring in Mrs. Claus.
Mhm.
But the if we're there, usually all it takes is one visit. All
Yeah.
it takes
Mhm.
is one event, and they're sold.
Yes.
I had a country club manager that for 3 years, Bob had tried to get me in there, and finally they brought me in. And at the end of the session, I thanked him for having me. He said, "Are you kidding?" He said, "You were the star of the show today." And it's they don't understand. That's all it is. It's just a matter of not understanding. And the
Yep.
more of us that are out there, the more that people see of us, and quite frankly, the more Santas who work with the Mrs. Claus and discover how much fun it really is,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it makes a big difference. For Santas, it takes a load off because the remembering is now cut in
Yes.
half.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
Michael, do you have a word of encouragement you would like to share?
A word from me?
Yeah, in other words,
Look, I'm still
you've got.
recovering from
I know we've talked a lot
Herbie's
about
frosty
things in
facts.
supporting Mrs. Claus. You know,
I'm sorry, Michael. What was that?
we've talked a lot about Mrs. Claus and the importance of it. So, do
Well,
you have an encouraging word that you would like to share out?
for me, I want to speak from the perspective of Santa, and this is going out to all the gentlemen out there, that if you have an opportunity to work with the Mrs. Claus, they're not a prop. They're not there to bolster you up. You guys, as the ladies pointed out, you're a partner, and it's your job is to show that loving couple. I've seen instances where Santas, and they're not together in real life. They're just there because they wanted a Mrs. Claus and they found somebody. If that is you, before you go on, get to know that person just a little bit, because all this is going to be reflective. And remember, the best way to be a better performer is to trust the people that you're working with. No one is here to steal the limelight. No one wants to like the spotlight. It's big enough for us all. So if you have the luxury of working with the Mrs. Claus, treasure it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And how about you, Michael?
Well, I think my whole gig is don't be intimidated by Santa. I say that my wife would say, "Oh, I'll wreck it." I'll wreck it if I come with you. And I said, "No, you'll complete me." You know what I mean? So my encouragement to my wife is, and she'll do 2 gigs every year with me. It's because our town wants them. Wants her. And I always encourage her. Say, "No, you make me better." So don't be intimidated by Santa and step out. And I think it's together and being that example for one another. I like that relationship that you talked about. So yeah, so that's important to me.
Okay, ladies, before we go, we just have a couple quick questions, and this is what we like to call our lightning round for you.
All right.
Oh, dear.
So anybody can just go ahead and chime in, but really quickly, Christmas tree, real or fake?
Fake.
fake.
All right.
Christmas lights, clear or multicolor?
Multicolor.
Multi.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear Kelly.
Multi.
Multi.
There we go.
Okay.
Blinking or solid?
Solid.
Both.
All right. And what's on top of your Christmas tree? You have to answer this one separately. What do you like on what's your tree topper?
It's a Santa.
A star.
Ooh.
A star.
Perfect. All right.
Three.
What is your favorite Christmas song?
The little drummer boy.
Ooh, Parumpadum.
Yes.
Mary, did you know?
Ooh, very good one. Pentatonics version?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful done. How about you, Kelly?
Jingle bells.
Jingle
Jingle
bells.
bells.
All right.
Take our mics off a little bit, but whatever, we'll get through it. So we want to thank the TNL network and all of the people who are there sponsoring, especially our wives. We thank you so much, Stacy and Linda. And to Sam with Santa and Company for your suits, and Kringle Tracker, Roger, and then Larry for providing insurance for us.
And Wade and Scarlett.
Yes,
And
all of them.
also to each one of you ladies, thank you so much for joining
Thanks
us
so
tonight.
much,
Thank you
ladies.
for
Happy
having us.
Mother's Day to each of
Happy
you.
Mother's
Yeah,
Day.
and everyone have a wonderful Mother's Day. All right. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thank you.
That was
Oh, there
quick.
we go. Thanks, ladies, so much again. Just our last bit. We
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
us, guys.
All right, everyone, have a wonderful Mother's Day.